Historically, we've always given the quarterback all the credit for leading the offense because they're the field generals that rally the troops and get the team in the right play. And when you have a good one, they set the standard of how hard to work and practice to perfect their craft. Derek Carr is that kind of quarterback for the Raiders, and last year, they finally had a team with enough character to follow him. That's why when receiver Henry Ruggs did what he did and tight end Darren Waller missed 7 games, they went through it for a while. But Carr and the team last year dug in and figured it out just in time to make the playoffs. And now superstar receiver Davante Adams is on the team, and he's a standard setter that's already having the Jerry Rice effect. What's the Jerry Rice effect? It all started in San Francisco with the 49ers, where he was known for his work ethic. They already had guys like Joe Montana, but with that work ethic, Rice would push that 49ers standard even further out. He went hard every day in practice to set that standard, and his work in the San Francisco Hills in the offseason was legendary. And that would leave quite the impression on running back Roger Craig, who started training with Rice in those San Francisco Hills and became a superstar himself. Then in 2001, he showed up in Oakland where Rich Gannon and Tim Brown had things going. And while Rice might have been a little older, he was the same guy with the same work ethic and the same standard for greatness. Brown and Gannon had that passion for the game and desired to be great too, so the three of them will push each other all the way to their outer limits, keeping them young and productive for a few more years. And those trips to the playoffs with Brown and Gannon turned into a trip to the Super Bowl in Rice's second year with Brown and Gannon. Rice's work ethic had an effect on an offense that already had a great work ethic, but it didn't stop there. It spilled over onto the defense and a young corner by the name of Charles Woodson. Yeah, you know the biblical saying, iron sharpens iron. It didn't take long for Woodson to learn that he even had to stay on top of his game in practice. To not be on top of your game and ready to compete in practice is to get thoroughly embarrassed by Rice. Every time he stepped on a football field, whether it be practice or a game, he was looking to embarrass someone. Woodson has an account of that when he was a youngster, and he shared it with Sports Illustrated's Clark Judge. It says, "I remember my first practice going against him one-on-one," he said, "and he ran like a triple move on me and embarrassed the hell out of me. And I was like, man, this is how it's going to be, huh?" That was kind of my breaking in moment right off the bat. Now I'm skipping to the bottom paragraph where it says, "It was just great to be around Jerry because of the work ethic that you heard about Jerry from afar. I got to see it up close, and that was as real as advertised." And now to the present, where Davante Adams just came in as a highly decorated receiver trying to help the cause of a team that just went to the playoffs in 2021. There's obviously something there already with Carr, Waller, and slot receiver Hunter Renfrow. But Adams is known to be on a different level work-wise, so other key receivers on the team are getting much more than a guy that's going to draw coverage away from them. They're getting a guy that's going to inspire them to work that much harder. He's actually been doing that already in OTAs and minicamp. Waller sounded off on what Adams brings in an interview with Jim Rome. I can't show it to you for copyright reasons, but I can read it from here. It says he brings megastar ability, and the defense can't help but notice and send the troops at a guy like that, you know, Waller said. But it's also about getting to know him. He has a calm demeanor, a guy that doesn't need somebody to set a standard of excellence for him. He's going to do it, so that's definitely inspiring to be around. Renfrow didn't hesitate to bear witness to his work ethic either.
And, you know, he's been so good for so long. So just to see him every day, the way he works, whether he feels good or not, it's kind of uncommon from a superstar, to be honest with you. Someone that, you know, it doesn't matter how he feels or if he's having a good day or bad day, he goes out there and he puts the same work in, and he's just very, very consistent.
Defensive backs coach Jason Simmons got giddy when asked about how Adams' presence affected his defensive backs.
I love it. You know, and I just smiled immediately because when you think about it, I mean, to go against these guys, you know, to take your lumps, to go out there and make plays, hopefully that just gives these guys confidence, you know what I mean, that they can play and play at a high level. But it's a great opportunity to play against such talent on the other side.
After winning a couple of Super Bowls in the 80s, the 49ers established a standard for greatness. Then Rice got there and pushed things out even further with his work ethic to help them win a few more while becoming the best receiver in the game. Then he went to the Raiders and they went from playoff participants to Super Bowl participants. Now here we are about 20 years after that Super Bowl, and the Raiders have Adams, the best receiver in the game, to try to get back. And just from OTAs and minicamp, we can already see what Adams is doing for the Raiders. It's the Jerry Rice effect. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.